I am sure you've all seen the very good impulsive move on Kiwi. Over the weekend, we had the Chinese data, and the PMIs indicated that the Chinese economy is actually improving. Whatever Trump is doing, whatever tariffs are doing on China, it's now reversing. Okay, and that was obvious later in the session when the US ISM showed again that there is not just contraction, okay, in the US, but is worsening. So this worsening drove the dollar yen down as well. Very interesting pairs, both of them to look at, the Kiwi and also the dollar yen. And as, of course, safe havens are increasing on the back of Trump's latest move, since China is not really taking their lesson now. He has actually turned his focus on Brazil and Argentina, imposing tariffs, steel and aluminum tariffs, for devaluating their currency, following, of course, the bad ISM manufacturing data in the US. I am sure this is going to reflect to the NFP prices, to the NFP data somehow. Obviously, this is weighing on the employment, right? And it would be very interesting, of course, to see what's going to happen there. Now, you would, maybe some of you are considering, are wondering what's happening with the Aussie, why the Aussie wasn't moving up with, along hand by hand with the Kiwi in the Monday early session. It's because everybody was expecting for the RBA, and traders were just a little bit cautious because they didn't know what the message would be. Well, the message was neutral, which means it's Aussie supporting, okay? And now we could potentially also see the Aussie moving to the upside. I was expecting for Kiwi to break above that above there's the resistance, right? I talked about it like a couple of weeks ago. We see this as move 5, and I talked about this reversal. The reversal now is validated, okay? In my opinion, we are seeing some very good signals on the RSI MACD that supported prices moving to the upside. Now we broke that level with a very good breakout candle. We could see a small short correction and then a move to the upside to take out wave 3 at 65.75. And then 4, of course, and 5 for intermediate 1, then 2, 3, 4, and 5, and the rest. I don't really need to show what's happening here. It's the market is pretty self-explanatory. Of course, if we get a move back below the 64.50, right, then our projections would be probably changing a little bit. Okay, so we could see this changing only if prices break back below that level, and the last stop would be the previous correction low, okay, around the 63,300. If we break below that level, most likely going to take prices below the 62 low, okay, to create a fresh low and then start moving to the upside. It's not really, the chances of that happening are not many, but still it could be the case. Now, in the short term, as I said, I'm probably looking at prices to have a short correction and move a little bit higher for wave 3 or wave 5, but it looks like wave 3 anyway. Then 4 and 5. Now, this could be, could be even like a leading triangle or something with 1, 2. Oops, 1 second. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then wave 2 down there at 64.50, and then move to the upside. Okay. Now on dollar yen started moving following the ISM data from the US. We're talking about this for a while. If I'm not mistaken, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 1, 2, 3. So this is A down here, right? This is B up here, and this is our wave C down there, right? So we ended this with the 5 impulse, which makes us think this could be the wave 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5 that we've been expecting for this for a while now. Now this is one scenario, of course. I see this as 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 ending triangle, which means now we're getting an ABC down to level 1 and then move to the upside. This is on us one scenario. Now that scenario can come into play whether we see a break from this triangle now, or we see a move to the downside, then up to take 110 out, because 110 out and 110 was not taken out, and then move out down. Okay, if we see a rejection here and a retest, we're moving up. If we break below that level, we're really looking at creating a fresh low, which means this is going to most likely be 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5 down there for a fresh low, and that is going to go below 104.43. Okay, even for a false break, or for a continuation to the downside, of course. Now the other scenario is that this is a correction still. Okay, so we are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which is A, then wave B is down here, and this is wave C, which means we're looking for prices to start moving lower with an impulsive move and break not just below that level, but quite below that level, looking for 103, 101 levels, or even lower, given, of course, safe havens and the US-China situation is not really improving. So until the end of this week, because we have the NFP, I would remain... I think the markets are going to be a little bit more sideways with a tone more onto the risky assets. Okay, so Euro, Kiwi, Aussie, all of them most likely going to see some increase in volumes. On Friday, where we get the NFP data, we're really going to have more insights